ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he You think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. We are live, people. We are live in YouTube and also in Facebook, broadcasting you live from Tijuana, Mexico, our city, right here on this 23rd of May of 2021, 5:13 Pacific time. For everybody that is watching, thank you for joining in. God bless you all. Buy me a coffee. It's on top of the link. It is pinned right there on both platforms. If you guys can see it, there is a way for you guys to contribute to our independent reporting. Buy me a coffee. It is right there, pinned on Facebook and also on YouTube. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. Now, let's get right into it, people. What is going on? This has been going on this is the longest time. And why is not even the left, but why not even the right and the left in the United States of America, why they're not talking about this? The right and the left. I'm not even blaming the left anymore. Why is not the right in the United States of America talking about this? It's not even the left anymore, people. And if you get your feelings hurt, I am so sorry. But it's also, why is not the right in the United States of America talking about it? Why is the left not talking about it in Mexico? And why is the right not talking about it in Mexico? Why is the Republican Party not talking about it in the United States of America? And why is the Democratic Party not talking about it in the United States of America? And there's no justification of saying they are. I saw the other day that Ted Cruz gave a statement and he was like, no. Why are they not assuming this responsibility that is a huge responsibility, that the United Nations, it is corrupt and it is taking advantage of migrants, and they're provoking this enormous influx in every border of the world? Why? why there are nobody talking about this. And there's a few people that there are from the right that they're really addressing this issue, but nobody's following it up. I will, I cannot say the people that they're following it up, but there is a particular someone that is in the Republican Party, which is a lady. I cannot say her name, which she is the only one that is wearing the pants right now in the Republican Party, and it's the only one that is addressing this issue. There's also another, Republican, Matt Gaetz, that is going out there and is really hammering this issue. Also, you got Ted Cruz that is really hammering this issue. But where are the other right-wing people, the other Republicans? Where are they? And you got on the left side, you got other Democrats that they're trying to address this situation, but nobody's talking seriously about it. But there's Democrats that they're trying to do, trying to address this issue also, but they are not left alone by the communistic, and ideologies. I want to say hi to Joseph W. Clark, and if really I will just say this: there's an exit, there's a door. Thank you for being over here. There's the door. So it is just unbelievable. Why this is pure corruption right here. Pure corruption, what I'm about to show. These political parties in the United States of America with the political parties in Mexico, they are not doing anything. And it is not about just doing something, which is talking about it. No, it's traveling over there. This is why Kamala Harris stopped from traveling to Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. Why? Why politicians in Mexico are not going down there to the south border to address this situation? This is pure corruption. A few weeks ago, last week, I believe so, we did a broadcast where we showed actual documents where a migrant was cheated, and an activist from the United States, infiltrated activists from the United States of America, infiltrated the migrant camp over here in Tijuana, stole information from the migrant, blackmailed the migrant and their family in the United States, stealing $3,500, forging fake documents of ICE in this, intent for them to believe that they're going to be crossed to the United States of America, making them believe that they were lawyers and they were ICE agents, and stole $3,500 from this migrant. This continuously is happening in the borders, and nobody's addressing this issue because I've been continuously saying these nonprofits and this globalistic organizations, they need to be audited. The COMAR, the Commission International of Refugees, that needs to be audited. ACNUR, the International Commission of Refugees by the United Nations, needs to be audited. The United Nations itself, they need to be audited. The ACLU, they need to be audited. All the nonprofit organizations that they're working over here in our country of Mexico with lawyers, they need to be audited. All of them. What are you doing? Where are your permits? What is your process of work? Who are the people that they're working with you? Are they all have work permits? Do they all have, the accredited, certification to be as lawyer, to be as a practitioner? Nobody is giving no explanation whatsoever. And this is an interview, people. In Tapachula, we have been to this place 3 times. I repeatedly say so because we have been to Tapachula 3 times. That is the border with Guatemala. This is an interview by our contact over there in Tapachula. And clearly, you're going to see a really upset migrant. She is extremely upset. This is a Cuban migrant female migrant, which ultimately it will tell you what is going on. She would say actually the price where migrants are paying the COMAR, that is the Commission of Refugees of the United Nations, to get a visa of transit. What is the visa of transit for everybody that is watching? When migrants arrive to another border, specifically to Mexico, to the border of Mexico, it is giving a 3 to 4 month visa. A 3 to 4 month the process lasts 3 to 4 months for you to get this visa of transit. What is the visa of transit? It is a visa that permits you to get out of that state of Chiapas, that is where they are located. There's the border that is connected to Guatemala, to get out of that state and to move freely in the country of Mexico to be in the border of the United States of America. So the process is lasting 3 to 4 months. I have evidence that I went over there on my second trip and we interviewed people from Cuba that they were cheated on, and they were lawyers of Mexico acting as lawyers, making them believe that the process, that they were going to help them, paying paperwork and paying, underneath the table, a process that it was false, that it was a falsification of paperwork, which is practically telling you that there is a lot of corruption, making them believe that they were going to buy the visa of transit to get the hell out of there quicker. It is clearly a migrant, which she is located in the station of the 21st century migrant station in Tapachula. We have been there also. This migrant station has been accused of treating horrible the migrants, also has been accused of holding the migrants hostage without getting no water, without getting no food, without getting no freedom to even go to the bathroom. This migrant station, it is a complete nightmare, which I don't understand. Where is the humanitarian rights? Where is the United Nations? Where is ACNUR? Because these globalistic organizations, they're only gimme, but they're not doing anything for the human beings, practically. Like UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Release Fund, which I don't see them right now in the borders of the United States with Mexico, that they have more than 21,000 children being held in detention centers, which, again, I will ask the question, where is Alexandria Ocasio, right now? So let's hear this interview, and I will translate. As you guys are going to listen right here, how this migrant explains what is going on over there. And I will pause. It's a 5-minute interview. But I will explain, even she says, they're paying money over there in the Comar, they're paying money over here, they're paying money over there, and they don't say anything, but they're keeping my husband right here in this migrant station, and they're not even letting me see him. After that, I'm going to play you some audios from an activist in South America, which is explaining that a lot of people from Bangladesh are coming over here, that it has been, an off and on thing, that people from Bangladesh were arriving into the border of Tapachula, Mexico. But now they're saying that a lot of people are coming in sick. That a lot of people are really sick. And this has to do a lot with the Panama Darien Canal, which is the most dangerous place where migrants are migrating through a jungle. There's a lot of sicknesses there. There's a lot of people that they're not getting medical attention. So all of this, we're going to have it right now for you. But let's play the interview, and I will translate right here. What is the motive of you being over here? What is the reason of you being over here? And she immediately out of the bat, you're going to see her that she is mad. And she is going to reply like this. I'm right here at the migrant station because my husband has been here since the 1st of May. At 4 o'clock in the evening, Border Patrol, Mexican Border Patrol, arrest us right there at a part called Cerritos. There was a few Cubans. My husband is from Ecuador. Why they arrested you? Why they arrested you? And she's honest, because we were entering without a permit and illegally here. And we were, look at this. Where is the United Nations again? And she's saying we were crossing the border illegally through, city of Hidalgo. That is the city that connects to Guatemala. And we have traveled 9 countries to get here. 7 or 9 countries. She says 7 or 9 countries. Let me hear it again. We just traveled 7 countries to get here. 7 countries. 7 countries. Where is the philanthropist George Soros? To this tabloid writer that is always these outlets, Democracy Now! And the Daily Beast, and all these outlets, and also right-wing outlets. Where is the defense on this? The reality on this? 9 countries traveling, and nobody's doing anything about it to stop this evil and demonic United Nations from creating more globalistic agendas and more globalistic compacts. The globalist compact of immigration supposedly is going to help migrants to migrate from one country to another. These people had migrated 9 countries, and that's just crazy. Let's listen to more of the interview.
Y la combi fue la que le hizo luces a migración para que nos vendió, para que nos retuvieran.
Look, supposedly they were connected to a coyote. And she's saying, well, we got arrested right here entering Tapachula in Ciudad Hidalgo. And the combi, she's referencing to the Volkswagen combi, the Volkswagen SUV. Give the highlights to the Mexican Border Patrol for us to be arrested. Basically saying the coyote set us up. And the combi was the people that they were arranging these people to cross. He's saying they already have an agreement with the Mexican Border Patrol. And, they already had an agreement with the Border Patrol saying, and they were flashing us the lights for us to be returned back. So we got returned back. And they were not stopping us before that. But after that, they were stopped. We were stopped and we were returned back. That the other vehicle flashed the lights to the Border Patrol and we got stopped and we got returned. And from there, they deliver us to immigration. So these 2 organizations, the Mexican Border Patrol and also, other people, they already have, arrangements. Everything is arranged. And what happened through there? The reporter asked, what happened next to that? And they travel us to, there was a vehicle, they put us in there and they moved us to another place that is called Cerritos. And I was traveling with my daughter, that she is a minor. That's weird. And she's saying, and because I'm not married to my husband, although she calls the guy, her husband, probably they're in, they're not married, documented, in a paperwork, but she's calling her husband, because my husband, we were not married. They took my husband to this migrant station, and me and my daughter to another place. So they kept us there in the other migrant station in Cerritos till 1 o'clock in the morning. Without food until all 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
sin ninguna respuesta, haciendo datos, escribiendo y escribiendo y perdiendo el tiempo.
Without just, we're just writing some paperwork and we're just giving out, our paper, our information, and we're not giving us no reason, no explanations.
Hasta la 1 de la madrugada nos llevaron a un albergue en la Cobach.
Until 1 o'clock in the morning, they took us to a shelter in the Covach.
Y ahí nos dijeron que si queríamos estar ahí en un albergue que está saturado de personas.
And they told us if we wanted to be in that shelter where it is packed with people,
Durmiendo en el piso, en
sleeping on the floor,
malas condiciones, bien
in really bad conditions,
sucio, que
really dirty.
hay COVID, tenemos miles de pandemias.
They have COVID there, and there's the pandemic is all over the place. Stop right here for a minute, man. Hold on a second. Where is the United Nations? Exclamation point and question mark. Where is the United Nations? For God's sake. You're supposed to help people migrate to one country to another. That's your globalist compact of immigration. Does this sound like a secure way to migrate people? Not only that, hear this out.
Ahorita que está en el ambiente y ahí nos tenían que tener. Y como nosotros teníamos para dónde ir, optamos por irnos afuera del albergue. Y a la 1 de la mañana.
So we took the decision to get out of the shelter, and around 1 o'clock in the morning, and in the morning, I grabbed the taxi to get the hell out of there because she was saying it is dirty, it is packed, and there's a lot of people sick with COVID. So what am I doing in here? And now your husband, they brought him over here, and she says, my husband, they brought him here to this station, migrant station, 21st century. 4 days I have been coming, morning and evening. And they did not let me see him. 4 days in a row, they did not let me see him. They did not let me see him because I'm not married legally towards him. And we come together and we are united. And we have a daughter. And they were not allowing us to see each other. And what happened? I had to go to the human rights. Okay, so she had to go to the human rights. So after she had to go to the human rights, I want to know what happened. Because this is the most interesting story for the people that believe in the philanthropist, George Soros. This is the most interesting story. I had to go and put a complaint in the human rights. I had to put a complaint in ACNUR, that is the Commission International of Refugees. And the Comar, that is the National Commission of Refugees. She said I had to put a complaint everywhere because they're not letting me see my husband, and I had to, and I had to put complaints all over the organizations that they have to do with refugees, so they can let us see each other. And like that, me putting complaints to all over the place, until then, they let us just see each other. 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening without no visitation hours. When I just started to complain and I started doing something to complain, now they started doing something about it. They had preference with me because there were no visitation hours. So they had preference with me because I was complaining. And they let me pass. Because I went over there and complained. Because if we don't go and complain, they don't do anything about it. And my husband has been here 19 days waiting. It is like a prison. Look at this. It's saying my husband has been 19 days waiting to get out. Weekends, that they are Saturdays and Sundays, they don't count as normal day. Holy cow, this is a prison. This is not a regular shelter or migrant station. This is a holding facility. It looks like a prison. Where is the United Nations? Where is the United Nations? It is not even about right wing, left wing right now, people. It is about the United Nations. And where are these right wing, left wing exercising and helping the humanitarian right? Where is it? The people exercising and demanding these globalistic organizations to be audited on their processes. Look at this. This is disgusting. This is horrible. Look what she says next. You know, the days that they are not días laborales, labor days, the days that they are not labor days, which is Saturday and Sunday, they don't count. But Monday to Friday, they count. Like, what the hell? And then she says, and it's just, it is packed. There's more than 800 people. People are living on the floor. They had more than 800 people in there. They are sleeping on mattresses on the floor. They are just, you know, they're just there. And really precarious situations right there, sleeping one on top of the other one. And another thing, they're putting intimidation tactics. This sounds really familiar. She says, another thing, they have intimidation tactics. Let me drink some ocean spray. Intimidation tactics. Doesn't it sound pretty leftist? And she says they have intimidation tactics for the migrants. They say that they cannot consult with lawyers. They don't have the right for their own right. And the Mexican authorities, that they are the ones that they're right here responsible for this. Because I'm just mentioning, where is the left and the right in the United States of America? Because they're not mentioning this kind of cases. But this is a disgusting operation on the Mexican authorities. This is the Mexican government. Welcome to everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Negro News and America's Voice News in different outlets. Thank you so much for joining on this Sunday. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link if you guys want to cooperate and contribute to our independent reporting. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. So this, I'm blasting this because this has to do a lot with the Globalist Compact of Immigration, which Mexico signed, the Globalist Compact of Immigration. So the most responsible people right here for this mistreatment of migrants and for this mistreatment of people in human beings in general, it is the Mexican government, first and foremost. And second of all, you got a president in the United States of America, which is saying the borders are okay. We have everything under control. Ultimately, you don't have nobody talking about the globalistic organizations, which they need to be audited. Not only that, the NGOs, the NGOs that they need to be audited also, the nonprofit organizations, which, you know, they are silent. Everything's okay. Nothing is happening. Look what she says right here. This is 3 minutes into this interview, and so much to hear about this interview. And they're saying, you know, the Mexican authorities, they force you to sign a paperwork to say deportation is the best option for you. And they're saying, you know, the lawyers are going to steal from you. The Mexican authorities are telling them the lawyers are going to steal from you. The lawyers are going to do, they are not going to do anything for you. The lawyers are not going to, they're not going to resolve anything. Why the Mexican authorities are saying this? There's a lot of corruption, people. There's a lot of money involved. So they tell you that for you to talk to them underneath the table and be like, you know what, man? How much? Ah, now we're talking my language. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. But if you don't say anything, how much, man? How much is going to cost me, man? How much? Just say, man. Just say it. How much, man? They're going to tell you, no, you're going to get deported. No, you're going to get this. No. How much, man? This is why I have been telling every single one of you that these NGOs, these globalist organizations, they need to be audited immediately. Immediately. Who knows about their processes? Who knows of what they are doing? Who knows how they are handling their immigration affairs? They only know. Nobody knows. Listen to what she says right here. Comar doesn't put attention to them. ACNUR comes and talks to them. Who is Comar? The Commission National of Refugees. That they're an globalist organization which under the wing of the United Nations. And then she says, ACNUR, they just come and talk. Who is ACNUR for everybody that is watching? The United Nations Commission of Refugees. So she basically saying these globalist organizations, they're not doing anything for nobody. So why are money, power, all the control? But you go to the website, you go to the UNICEF website of the United Nations, that is the United Nations Children Relief Fund, and you see right here, donate right here, donate right there, donate. Holy cow, there's a lot of options to donate, Dorothy. Where should I donate? I don't know, just pick whatever. It's just unbelievable. The irresponsibility of these globalist agreements should not exist. It is a broken system. The globalist compact of immigration, it is a broken system. I have said it multiple times. Look what she says right here next. ACNUR, the Commission of International of Refugees, that is under the wing of the United Nations, says they come, they tell them, oh yeah, we're gonna resolve to you, and then they go and they don't say anything. They leave them with the word on their mouth. They don't put attention to them. The guards, they make them fight each other. They have been people in there that they have been injured in, they have been in there. Because the guards are provoking chaos inside of the shelter. So a lot of people been fighting with each other. So you're not going to let people, bring trouble to you. They cancel the visits. They don't let you pass. In the morning, they did not let us pass. Look at all the line that is right there. They did not let us pass because we don't have a paperwork. All the weekend I have been coming and I have been, waking up early at 6 o'clock in the morning. And we have every day we come here at 6 o'clock in the morning and we wait all the way to 10 o'clock in the morning to wait for a visit. And when we pass, they tell us we cannot see our husbands because we have, the process is still continuing. Because they think that they're just, playing with us, and they're playing with us because we are their only family members. So they're not, they're not giving us no explanation whatsoever.
que madrugue también.
You know, and they're telling us to, you know, to cut to other people to cut in line in front of us sometimes. So we're standing right there when saying, you know what? Why cutting in line? They need to get up early and do line like us.
Que madrugue también. Y ahora hoy, ¿por qué dejaron venir a tanta gente? Están entrando 20.
And today, why they're letting a lot of people in? They're entering 20. And look what she says right here.
10. Cuando solo diariamente solo pasan 10. Hoy van
Why today 20 when every day is only 10 people? Why today 20?
a pasar todos. ¿Por qué? Porque está la televisión aquí.
Because the TV station is right here and because the news is right here.
Porque llamamos a los derechos humanos. Por eso van a pasar todos
Because we call humanitarian rights and that's why every visit is going to go in.
hoy. Y entonces, ¿cuál derecho tienen ellos allá adentro? Tiene su constancia de Comar, la tiene desde el día 11. Ahí hay detenidos porque le dicen que cuando tengan constancia lo van a sacar. Desde el día 11 mi esposo tiene su constancia en la mano. Estamos 20. No sale. No sale, no sé.
My husband has their, you know, their paperwork of the COMAR, the Commission of Refugees from the May 11th, and today is the 20th. And they haven't, you know, this is a video from the 20th, and they haven't given my husband the release date.
¿Por qué? Violándole su derecho. Porque él tiene donde estar afuera. Él tiene donde ir.
And they're violating the rights because they are not giving him, you know, the right to exit, because he has a place to live, he has a place to go.
Y no sale. Ya, y entonces ellos no dicen nada, salen, te miran, tú le hablas, como que te hablan. Pero cuando entran por esa puerta se olvidan de que uno está ahí afuera. Porque ayer mismo yo vine a visita y le dije.
So this is part 1 of the video. I will have part 2 tomorrow. This is part 1 of the video. Holy cow, people. It is a complete disaster. And it is a complete disaster. Why? It is a complete disaster because we are letting Mexico, particularly Mexico, our country of Mexico, has been letting the United Nations do whatever the hell they want in our country. This is a problem that if the United States of America lets the United Nations do whatever the hell they want with their country, this is what it's going to happen. It is going to be a complete disaster. As I have said multiple times before, is the United States prepared for a mass migration? Is the United States prepared? Somebody saying, come on, Oscar, you know this is a plan. You know this is a plan of destruction. Come on, man. Just stick to the news right now. Stick to the news right now. As we know that this ultimately is a trickle effect. And this ultimately is a domino effect. This ultimately has always been a domino trickle effect. And as it started happening in Europe, where people from Africa started migrating massively to France, into Italy, into Spain, and it became a disaster. Now they have a humongous problem in Morocco with the border of Ceuta in Spain. More than 8,000 migrated on Monday. And it is a complete catastrophe. It is a disaster. We have a border that is about to collapse in Tapachula that has close to Guatemala. And it is about to collapse. That border, it's a lot of people coming in and nobody's taking the control. The Mexican authorities are doing a horrific job. Horrific job. ACNUR, where is it? The Commission of the United Nations of Refugees, horrible job. The COMAR, the Commission of Refugees, nationwide in Mexico, horrible job. Everybody's doing a horrible job. This is a broken system. The globalist compact of immigration does not work. I have been saying it for hundreds of days now. And this is coming to the United States. So if the United States of America allows the globalist compact of immigration in their country, they're going to have this problem. They're going to have this problem. Everybody has the right to migrate. If they're doing it legally, documented, and peacefully, it is everybody's right to migrate, to do it legally, documented, peacefully, and with a purpose. Everybody has their own right to migrate, but migrating illegally through jungles, through seas, through deserts, through mountains, is it the correct way to do it? Number one, a lot of people are saying, well, they don't have the economy and they don't have the resources to do so, Oscar. So why the globalist compact of immigration was made? Why the United Nations are pushing this mass migration if they're not going to help migrants? That's their number one purpose, right? They told the world, we are going to sign a globalist agreement for everybody to be helped and migrate around the world, right? So where are they? Where are these globalistic organizations? And if they're being audited, does anybody know their illegal and illicit activities that they're doing? It is just amazing. Unbelievable. Now, I want you to hear these audios that they were sent to me. This is an activist from South America, or South America, that is talking about the situation in Honduras. Wow, man, the situation in Honduras, it is just horrific. They don't have no way. They don't have no way to understand how to control this mass migration. They don't have the resources, or they have the resources and they don't want to do anything about it. There's two options for this. Listen to this audio, and I will translate as she starts explaining, well, this is what is going on over there. Take audio number one.
Hablé con el coronel, que es el representante del Instituto Nacional de Migración de Honduras. Hablé con el coronel, que es el representante del Instituto Nacional de Migración de Honduras.
I talked to the colonel, which is the one that is responsible for the Institute National of Immigration of Honduras. Look what she adds.
El coronel Escoto. Él me dice que Honduras no está preparada para tener población.
That is the Colonel Escoto. And Colonel Escoto told her that Honduras is not prepared.
Migrante extranjera porque no hay ningún albergue aquí en Honduras.
The Colonel Escoto from Honduras told her that Honduras is not prepared for a mass migration and foreign migration in Honduras, that they don't have shelters to put people on. This is exactly what is going on in the United States of America. The United States was not prepared for 21,000 unaccompanied minors. Was not prepared for 170,000 irregular entrances on the month of March. They were not prepared. This is why the Border Patrol got overwhelmed in the United States of America. So she says Colonel Escoto from Honduras said to her that they're not prepared for a foreign migration and they don't have a place to put migrants. Shelters. Basically what the United States is going through right now. Look at this. Look what is going on right here. Look at this next audio.
Los que se están por inaugurar, porque hay algunos que se están por inaugurar, son albergues que tienen la capacidad nomás para unas 12 personas.
Wow. The shelters that are about to be inaugurated, because there are shelters, they are shelters in Honduras that they are about to be inaugurated. They only have capacity for 12 people. What does this tell you? If they only have capacity for 12 people, if they say that, it is because those shelters are not going to be used. It is because Honduras is not going to be used as a shelter place. Honduras is going to be used as a trampoline for people to migrate to Guatemala, to El Salvador, to Guatemala, and ultimately to Mexico. And Mexico is the one that is paying the high price on building 17 shelters, like I told you a couple of months ago, where the head chief of child services said, we need to build 17 shelters around the whole country because a lot of unaccompanied minors are coming between the ages of 9 and 12. That is, unfortunately, the loophole that the United States immigration law has. If an adult is accompanied by a minor that is between the years of 9 and 12, they can obtain the political asylum. So she's saying Honduras doesn't even have shelters, and the ones that they're going to be inaugurated, they have a capacity for 12 migrants. Holy cow, so what are they going to do with all the other ones? The thousands and thousands of ones. We don't have capacity. Let them pass. You know? So look what she says on the fourth audio.
Uno de los albergues hay unos 4 nicaragüenses que están en calidad de aseguramiento porque estos fueron detenidos por vinculación con algunas redes de tráfico de personas.
Look what she says on this one. On one of the shelters, they have 4 people from Nicaragua that they have been arrested because they are linked to some rings of trafficking of people. Wow. Look what she says again.
Uno de los albergues hay unos 4 nicaragüenses que están en calidad de aseguramiento porque estos fueron detenidos por vinculación con algunas redes de tráfico de personas.
In one of the shelters, they have 4 migrants from Nicaragua that they are in stage of protection due to the fact that they are accused and they are, right now being ashore because they were accused of being in a trafficking ring. How amazing is that? Look at this other audio.
La población que están recibiendo es no solo haitiana, sino que tuvieron más bien que deportar gente de Bangladesh.
The population that we are receiving is not only people from Haiti, but they had to deport people from Bangladesh, Pakistan,
y porque fueron positivos al coronavirus.
Because they were positive on COVID. Wow. Let me return this audio back. Holy cow. This is a big audio. The people that they were returned back were people from Bangladesh and people from Pakistan because they were positive with COVID. So they are actually deporting people that they are basically right now positive with COVID. It lost which audio was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 right here.
La población que están recibiendo es no solo haitiana, sino que tuvieron más bien que deportar gente de Bangladesh, de Pakistán, y porque fueron positivos al coronavirus y estuvieron 10 días en aseguramiento para ser retornados nuevamente hacia Nicaragua.
The people that they were in Honduras, that they have been deported, have been not only people from Haiti, but also have been people from Bangladesh and also from Pakistan. They are being deported and they were being assured because they were positive on COVID. They were positive on COVID. So they got returned back to Nicaragua. Wow. The borders are secure. That's what Joe Biden is saying. The Mexican authorities, they're doing a fantastic, I'm being sarcastic, a fantastic job on their borders, right? This United Nations is doing a fantastic job also. People that they are sick with COVID and not being helped and putting them through migrate through 9 countries, as you guys just heard, 9 countries, and another one, 7 countries. But the United Nations says, good, the philanthropist, George Soros. Look at here, this audio.
Entonces, también me está comentando que no hay capacidad en Honduras para vacunar a tanta población.
So they're commentating that there's no capacity in Honduras to vaccine all this population.
Que es muy difícil porque no se contempla en el plan de vacunación de la población migrante.
And it is really difficult because the government is not contemplating vaccination to the migrant population.
El darle esta atención especial a ellos y que ellos
And to give them this kind of a special attention to the migrant population.
están teniendo mucha presión por parte de organismos de derechos humanos.
And the government of Honduras is receiving a lot of pressure from organizations from the humanitarian rights.
Como CONADE y como también, no sé, otra, no sé quién.
Like CONADE and all these organizations. Look the other audio.
Porque el problema está que no tienen como un presupuesto para dar atención médica.
They don't, the problem is that Honduras doesn't have money to give medical attention.
Y para atender en un centro específico como un albergue.
And to attend people in a specific center like a shelter.
O una estación migratoria.
Or a migrant station.
Población de más de 12 personas.
They only have, shelters for capacity for 12 people.
Él desconoce esto de los 60 migrantes de hoy. Es más, ni siquiera estaba enterado de las cifras que yo te estoy dando de fuente oficial, porque hay muchos datos que no se registran en Honduras, no porque no haya interés, sino que la mayoría pues pasan de una forma ilegal.
She's talking about a particular case of 60 migrants that they were deported, and she's saying, "Oh, the colonel Scotto, he doesn't know about the current situation of that, but it's because he doesn't know. It's because there's a lot of people that are entering illegally." That's what she's saying. So this is not a regular migration like the United Nations is saying that it is.
Y otras pasan por un registro legal que no pueden pues ponerlo ellos como un antecedente inmigrante, sino
nobody. This is what I don't remember who was saying this, man, but this is what it is a problem that there's no biometrics right now. It was the activist from Honduras, and she was saying we need biometrics now. Why she was saying that we need biometrics? Because of the unaccompanied minors, that they need to put their fingerprint now on a document. So that document will be registered that this unaccompanied minor has not been recycled until they get to the whatever border they get. They will understand, this is an ID. All right, this ID goes over here. Okay, let me get you into the system. Hey, why you have crossed 10 times the border, man? Where are you going? 10 times crossing back and forth? Oh, I'm crossing with my dad. Again with your dad? So how many dads you have, man? That is what they need. That is what the United Nations does not want for people to have. Biometrics. Donald Trump was pushing for biometrics on the fathers, quote unquote, of these unaccompanied minors. Immediately, when Donald Trump started doing DNA testing on these unaccompanied minors, the International Commission of Human Rights started to get in there, and the ACLU started pushing for saying, you're violating the father's rights and their humanitarian rights. Why are you so narcissistically taking advantage of their private life if they don't want to do anything to give their biometrics? Why are you forcing them to? So immediately Donald Trump got attacked as a racist, as a fascist, as a narcissist, as a xenophobic guy, as the worst man that ever existed in this planet, because he wanted to control these children for not being recycled, trafficked, trying to protect them from coyotes, from being used multiple times, and by being also people crossing consistently. Let me just go to the United States today, man, and I will return to El Salvador tomorrow, and I will return again on Tuesday, and I will come back on Wednesday, and I will, possibly, jump on Thursday, and I'll return back on Sunday because I got a party on Saturday. We need a process that is a legal process. The globalist compact of immigration, it is not a correct system to migrate. Everybody knows now. Everybody knows now that is a broken system. People are suffering through this migration. Listen to this next audio.
Y que la situación se pone más difícil porque ya no solo es población migrante de Haití, sino también de Nicaragua, de Chile, que muchas personas.
And now it's not just a problem with Central America. It is a problem that is growing not only with the population of Haiti, it's a problem now that is growing because of the people of Nicaragua migrating. And it's not only the problem with people in Nicaragua, but people from Chile are migrating. It is amazing. And then and a lot of people from Europe, now they're coming. A lot of people from Europe. And so it's not even a problem with Central America, saying it's a problem now with Nicaragua also. That is another country that a lot of people are migrating. Chile, that is all the way to the South America. And a lot of people from Europe, she's saying. So some of them, these people from Europe have been returned back to Nicaragua. That is the border that connects to Honduras. Pero que hay problemas porque, como te explicaba, no pueden ser retornados para atrás. But there's problems because according to the immigration laws, they can be returned back to Nicaragua. So the humanitarian rights is stepping in, you know, like what I just shown you that Alexandra Ocasio and Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib want to do with deporting, you know, the gang members and all of that kind of stuff. They want exactly that process. These globalist people, they want exactly that process with other people. And they are only using Honduras as a country of transit. Welcome to my world, activists. Welcome to my world in Mexico. Last audio. Listen to what she says. And Colonel Escoto saying, you know, I have migrants from Haiti. Apparently, the 60 migrants that they're lost. There's 60 migrants that they are lost right now. Nobody knows their whereabouts. Apparently, they were from Haiti, and Colonel Escoto from Honduras does not even know the subject about these 60 migrants. If these people entered or they did not enter. Lo primero que hace la policía cuando entra un bus es informarle al coronel. The first thing when the bus enters of migrants into the country of Honduras, the first thing that they do is to inform the colonel. Pero que hasta el momento él no tiene conocimiento de la entrada de este. But due to the moment that he doesn't have no knowledge of this entrance of 60 migrants that they are lost from Haiti. Holy cow, man. Ay, ay, ay. Who's pressuring the United Nations, man? Who's holding them accountable to the philanthropist, George Soros? Who's holding that guy accountable? Who is holding the United Nations accountable for all this stuff that is going on? It's not only about Democrat, Republican, Morena, PAN, PRI, PRD, political parties in Mexico. It is about the United Nations coming into your country and doing whatever the hell they want, pushing this immigration issue, this influx, this globalistic migration issue into every continent because it happened in Europe. Now they're pushing it over here in the continent of America and not doing anything about it. So countries, when they are being infiltrated by the United Nations, forget about it. You're done. You are seeing right now what is happening in Mexico. You're seeing right now how the ACNUR and the Commission of Refugees of the COMAR is handling the situation in Honduras, is handling the situation in Nicaragua, is handling the situation in Mexico. When the United Nations, if Joe Biden considers signing the globalist compact of immigration that it was signed first and foremost in the Barack Obama administration. Barack Obama was the one that brought that idea first to the continent of America. If the United Nations convince Joe Biden to sign the globalist compact of immigration, that, just for you to know, Antonio Guterres, that is the head chief of international relations of the United Nations, not too long ago, 4 or 5 months ago, he said this: I am so happy and glad that Joe Biden is doing something with the refugee situation, and we are hoping to bring him aboard into the globalist compact of immigration. So if Joe Biden signs this globalistic, compact, United States welcome the United Nations. I'm just going to tell you what Mexico is suffering right now with the disorganization of the United Nations taking over the border security. It's inevitably, if you guys think that now it's bad, it's going to get 3 times worse. If the United Nations take over the borders on the other side of the United States of America. This is why all these congressional people, they're advocating for the United Nations to come in. This is the new world order agenda. It is the Agenda 2030. It comes with the Paris deal. It comes with the new communist, globalist compact of the education, the globalist compact of the environment, the globalist compact of immigration, countries, using the word globalization, biometrics now being used as they are going to be carding you for a vaccination card if you want to be inside of a confined space without a mask, and he, ho, ho, all these traveling restrictions now if you are vaccinated to travel, and all this kind of stuff. It is all pieces of the puzzle, people. It is the game plan. This is why they're not saying anything. This is why no lefty or a person from the right, that it is part of this globalistic agenda. It is not, they are not saying anything. Why? Because practically they're part of it. And they're not going to do anything about the border. They're not going to do anything to stop this new process of biometrics that they're going to be implemented in every country. They're not going to do anything about it because they are part of it. Meanwhile, people are suffering, like I just showed you. Meanwhile, a colonel from, Honduras, the military, saying, I don't even know what the hell is going on. We are not capable of handling all of this. Got people from Bangladesh and people from Pakistan and people from Haiti that they're sick over here from COVID. And oh my God, what are we going to do? We got shelters that they have capacity for 12 people. You got a shelter right now in Tijuana that is the Ambassadors of Jesus, which that pastor is doing a magnificent job trying to, help people. Pastor Banda, who's doing a magnificent job. And that shelter is holding right now more than 1,200. And you have the country of Honduras, which they are migrating enormously from that country to Nicaragua, that they have shelters that they are going to be open, but they have a capacity for 12. Oh my God. So what are they going to do with Honduras? Honduras is going to be just a train, just to pass by, a transit country. Like Nicaragua is going to be a transit country. Like Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico, and God forbid, the United States. Unbelievable. God bless you all. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, America's Voice News, and other outlets. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining on this Sunday. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys want to contribute to our work, buy me a coffee. And also PayPal is on top of the link. If you guys want to contribute to our work, thank you so much. Independent reporting, support independent media. Thank you so much. Also, we're live at YouTube and we're live at Facebook on both platforms. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at every platform that exists. Also, you can follow Ben Berquam at Real America's Voice News. Also, you can download the app at America's Voice News at Roku.com. Download the app. And also, you can follow Will Johnson and his channel and YouTube as Let's Talk About It. Also, you can follow Miss Sarah Carter from Fox News at every platform that exists. You can follow me. It's Oscar L. Blue. You can follow me at Facebook. Also, you can follow me at YouTube, Instagram, and my channel in Telegram, and also at Rumble. So there's people that they have donated and buy me a coffee, and I will read their comments. And, practically I will say thank you to all the people that they have, right now contributed. There's a lot of people that they're anonymous. So, for people that they're anonymous, if you guys want to put a nickname or whatever, I will read. So thank you to every single, people that they have donated right now and they're anonymous. To Ms. Norma, thank you so much. To Mr. B. Jones, she says, thank you for keeping us informed. And also to Lucy, you are awesome, Oscar. No, you are, you are for watching us and, helping us, grow. As every day it's independent reporting. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. Viva México y por siempre Mexico, and God bless the United States of America. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.
Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and yeah. What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
Couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best sacrifice for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.